Already 40 seconds gone on the power plays. The puck's rung around the boards. Arsenault will feed it into the middle. Was looking for Josh Greer, but bounced off the stick and sent the length of the ice by the Islanders, and that will be an icing charge here against Cole Harbour. 10:02 to go in the first period, 1:07 left in the power play. Both these two teams have one more game later tonight, and then one tomorrow morning to wrap up the round-robin play. And then they'll have the semifinals. If either of these two teams make it, semifinals will probably be later in the afternoon tomorrow, and then the finals would be the next day. Centering feed intercepted by Dylan Thomas. No one in the area for the Islanders, of course, still on that penalty kill. .50 seconds left to go in the penalty kill for the Islanders. Soulard, far side, trying to feed that in the middle for Greer. Intercepted by the Islanders, and Cole Harbour has yet to really get much time in the offensive zone on this power play right now. Cruchet will chip it around Denny. Lucas Mercer with it. We'll go back up for Cruchet. Robert Cruchet dumps it in, heads off on a change, and got to be careful there as it hits the skate of Cruchet. Now here's the wings. McPhee will feed it up through the neutral zone. Carrying it in are the wings. Around the net it goes. Still with it now. Back to the point. Shot taken. Blocked in front by one of the Islanders' defensemen. And near side post couldn't connect. And play will be blown dead. The net is off in behind Montbourquette. Get a look at Owen McKnight and McPhee of the Wings. Looking to get an early one here. Period number 1. 8:48 still to go. Face off one straight over to the boards. Down below the goal line with it looks to be Dallum Lane. Can't get it up the wall. Centering feed goes in between a couple sticks. Creeping in from the point, big rebound shot. Oh, what a save by Montbourquette. Sliding to his right and able to get the blocker on it. Best save of the game so far. And in the near side corner it goes again. Chasing after it is Isaac McPhee. McPhee trying to pull it out of the pile, just spins and fires it on goal, hits the side of the net. Worked back up into the neutral zone by Kate Breton. Across the line, it slowly trickles in. McLean Stone trying to get it out, dishes it up for McKnight. McKnight, pass across, intended for Wadden. Will stop up, gets stripped of the puck by Aiden Yard. Believe that might have been. A lot of these jerseys tucked in the back of their pants, so the numbers are scrunched up and tough to decipher, but we'll do our best here. Dylan Thomas will feed that. McKnight tried to go back into the middle. Thomas will come back in and collect it. Wait a moment for the forwards to touch up, but on the far side, creeping in, looked to be Soulard. Or rather, Joshua Arsenault wearing the C for the Wings. 7:21 to go. First period action. Thrown around the boards, held by Payne. Will actually bring it back to the point. Payne will get the return feed from Thomas. A little bit too far. Back behind the net it goes. Blue line now. Long shot taken by Soulard, and maybe a chance here for the Islanders as they look to break out. Gould across the line. Cutting into the middle. Gould with some room, and a good stop there by Giffen. First of the game. First challenging one of the game so far. Soulard will fling it around the boards. There's Payne. Didn't have many options, so flicked it around the defender and able to pick it back up in the neutral zone. Good pass into the middle for Arsenault. Trying to dance his way through, and that puck stays onside. It was awfully close. The linesman right there. Good non-call. Payne's shot is whiffed on. Here's Payne again. Being watched closely by Spencer Paul of the Islanders. Paul with it. They're going to dish that into the middle. A couple players, hard bump outside the Islanders' blue line. Wings look to make a change now. Over skating that. His lane actually got it in between the skates. And out the other way come the Wings, into the middle. Good defensive play there by number 40, Ben Mackley of the Islanders, as that puck rolls in on Monberquette, who covers it up for another whistle here. 5:52 to go. So the first game of the Joe for both these two teams in the U13B division over on Scotia 2. Most of the games this tournament, of course, on Scotia 1, but you got to have a couple over here in this much colder arena. A bit of a tougher angle from where we're at, but we've raised the camera, got it on top of the table here, and doing our best to get you a good angle. It's tough to see in that far corner, but again, it hasn't been too bad. Again, with the camera on top of the table and raising it up, we hope you can see a little bit better. That's all right. Sent around, Islanders looking to play it up the wall. Into the neutral zone it trickles. To the left side it goes. Here's Mercer. Mercer will ring it in. Centering feed. Good stick by Monberquette to knock it away. Wings will have to come back to chase after it. Here's Wadden. Wadden being watched by Mackley. Board battle for it. Mackley trying to dig it out. Back into the pile. Comes a couple bodies. Finally comes loose in behind Giffen. Starting the breakout is Mercer, the backhand pass. Up for Cruchet. Robert Cruchet. Down the left side. Trying to backhand that out in front. That shot deflected off of a stick. And a breakout here for the Islanders. Far side now, dangerously close to being a tripping penalty, is one of the Islanders players eventually took a spill in front of the Wings bench. Cape Breton in the middle now. Hill has that going between his legs. High shot taken top of the circle by Denny, but right into the crest on the jersey of Giffen, who's made a couple nice stops early in this one. Get a good look. 4:01 to go, period number 1. My name's Troy Langstaff. Thanks for joining me here on the High Button Sports live stream coverage of the Joe Lamontagne Memorial Tournament here in Cole Harbor, the 40th edition. Ross now down low. Will stop up, take a sharp angle shot. Good pad stop by Giffen. Soulard trying to get at it, whiffs on it, actually gets a piece and throws it back up the boards. Here's McKnight. Owen McKnight trying to get it out. A very good pass into the middle there for Isaac McPhee. Continues it to the far side. McPhee trailing. Turnover forced by the Islanders for a moment. Chip to the line and out, and a 3-on-2 the other way for Cape Breton County. Down the far side. Islanders with a chance here. Far side, nice big save, and the rebound came loose. And getting a piece on it was one of the Wings defenders rather than a piece of the pad of Giffen, but nevertheless it stays out of the net and we roll on. Best chance of the game so far for Cape Breton County. Centering feed, that goes out of the reach of one of the Wings players. Top of the circle now, reaching at it, firing into the shin pads it goes. Spinning and trying to put that out in front off the side of the net. Near side half wall. Comes out of the zone. Islanders looking to start a breakout, but a good stick by the Wings. It looks to be Austin Hurtis, number 15. Looks like that jersey comes untucked, and it is Owen McKnight instead, wearing number 17. That one goes through the crease. Far boards, pinching it off the line is Thomas. With a good angle, put it in front, and what a pass! Wings are on the board first. It's 1-0 with 2:21 to go. There's your goal scorer, Isaac McPhee, the recipient of that one out in front. I'm pretty sure that was Isaac McPhee out in front. The red helmet makes it easy to pick out of the pile. But again, a beauty feed into the middle by Thomas. And the Wings are on the board first in their opening game of the Joe. Just over 2 minutes to go. Here's Lane firing a shot. Goes past Thomas and into the far boards. Slap shot whiffed on inside the line. Here's Thomas again, cutting into the middle. Lane with a good stick to knock it away for a moment. But a good pickup there by Payne. Near side now. At the blue line, thrown back in by Mercer. Far corner now, played back up the wall by the Islanders and kept in by Thomas. Out feed it down low for Payne. Being watched by Harry Sock, wearing number 8 for the Islanders. Below the goal line now and thrown up the boards quite quickly. There's Thomas at the line. Whiffed on the shot and picked up by the Islanders. Cape Breton County looking to come out the other way. Maybe a 3-on-2. They had to slow up the blue line. That gets thrown across. Jackson Morrison, wearing 23, gets knocked down in front of us here. Carried out by Payne. Payne getting around one man, but a good stick by Lane. Dallum Lane with it into the offensive zone, trying to take it to the outside. We'll feed it back to the point for Denny. That shot's swiped away by Kingston, wearing number 3. Far side now. Islanders high shot taken. That didn't miss by much. That was Jansen chasing on the far side. Slap shot. That's blocked by Kingston again, gutting in front of a couple shots here. Able to shovel it in the neutral zone, and that gets fed across over the stick of Ross. Chance here for the Islanders. Here's Mackley. Hard shot, scores! Ben Mackley from the top of this right circle, able to get it over the pad of Giffen, and we're tied at 1 with 15.1 seconds to go in the first. My apologies, got the scoreboard updated 1 apiece. Was 1-0 Cole Harbour for a little bit, but an excellent shot there by Ben Mackley. Able to tie things up before the end of the first period, and we'll have an icing charge against the Islanders with just 3.4 seconds to go. I'll quickly check at the intermission to make sure that it was McPhee that got on the board. That shot taken. Time will run out on the first period. We'll have a quick break, and then we'll be back for second period action between the Cole Harbour Wings and Cape Breton County Islanders here in Game 1 of the Joe for both these two teams over at Scotia 2. We'll be back in a minute. So back underway here in period number 2 between the Wings and the Islanders, and just got a tip from one of the fans here. My apologies to those watching at home. In net for the Wings is Nate Element. Could have sworn I saw number 29 on the back of the jersey, but my apologies, we got that figured out. Nate Element in goal for the Wings. Trying to shovel that out in front. Gets through everyone. A hard slap shot from the point by McLean Stone. Sails over the goal and into the boards behind Montborquette. Out in front, another chance there. Just out front of Robbie McNeil, who couldn't get a stick on it. Here's McNeil. He'll get another chance from the slot. Good shot, good save, back out in front, and an excellent defensive play there by the Islanders. Number 79, Caden Fraser, to get a stick on that. Back at the point it comes. Shot into some shin pads. The Islanders doing a good job of getting in front of those pucks. Here's Ross down the left side, trying to get around Thomas. Good defensive play that knocked that away. Played up the boards just into the Islanders zone. Here's Wadden with a chance. Forehand shot hits the side of the net. Brody Wadden with a good opportunity to retake the lead for the Wings there. Frazier will feed that in the neutral zone for Lane. Battle for it just outside the Cole Harbor line. Pass was intended up for McPhee. Has it off the boards and around him. Intercepted by Greer with another shot and another block, this time by Luke Robertson of the Islanders. Delayed offside here for the Wings. The Islanders will just send that the length of the ice, and it's going to be an icing charge as Robertson had some tired legs and elected to get a whistle here and get a change in at the back end for Cape Breton County. Face-off coming to the left of Montborquette. Centerman gets kicked out. Wings control. Thrown back in by Wadden around the board. Sock has it go out of his reach. Here's McPhee chasing after the loose puck. McPhee will stop up, back to the line. Thrown back in by Lucas Mercer. Here's Wadden in the corner. Being pushed into the boards by Sock. Up the wall it goes. Islanders will collect it. Pass into the middle. Just a little bit behind Spencer Paul. Mercer will go back to the point. Played forward for Wadden. Wadden across the line. A little bit of space into the middle. Gets all the way across and just underneath the stick of McKnight. Here's Morrison on the far side. Gets stripped of the puck. Bounces off a skate. Comes into the slot for a second, and Sock will send that the length of the ice. Got him between the skates of Mercer, and icing charged against Cape Breton County here with 8:58 to go in the second period. All knotted up at 1 goal apiece. Isaac McPhee with the marker for the Wings, and Ben Mackley the goal for Cape Breton. Face-off one back by the Wings. To the point it goes, but trickles out of the zone, and McLean Stone will throw it right back the other way. Sock off the boards. Up for Aiden Yard. That goes off his shin pad. Setting that on goal was Mackley. Back in below the goal line. Around the wall. Good breakout pass there, but just a little bit behind the stick of Kingston as that's thrown on net. Good stop by Element. We got that figured out again. Thanks to you guys at home for those that made the correction. Sent a text to one of the Wings fans and relayed that info to me. So thank you. Appreciate that. Here's Payne. That centering feed went off a stick. Breakout pass up for Wilson. Wilson takes a bump from one of the Cole Harbor players in the neutral zone, who's slow to get up, and a push after the play, and that's going to draw a penalty as Kingston will take exception to that. Now Wyatt Wilson's going to be heading to the box. Gave a a push after the whistle, and we'll see if both of them are going or just one. Looks like Kingston is heading to the box as well, so will likely be some 5-on-5 hockey. Just be coincidentals. So it is 5-on-5, so a cross-checking penalty against Wyatt Wilson, and then Caden Kingston's going to get roughing. So 5-on-5 face-off will come into the Islanders' zone. 7:59 to go. Period number 2. Greer and Ross in to take the face-off. Scramble jaw thrown right on net by Cruchet, and that didn't miss by much. Ross trying to get it out, kept in by Cole Harbour as it trickles on the goal, or excuse me, the blue line. Picked up by the Islanders. That goes off of a shin pad to the near side. Soulard was getting in the way of that. Here's Hill now at the blue line. Chasen trying to throw it up as the puck battle continues. Finally comes into the neutral zone, set the other way. Goes behind Ross, who will head back to collect it. Takes a slap shot, fires it up the boards. Kept in by Cole Harbour for a moment. Here's Greer trying to work it down low. Takes a bounce off a shin pad. Thomas goes across the blue line. Shot taken off the skate of Cruchet in front. Backhand shot, hits the side of the goal. We'll shovel that back to the blue line. Thomas jumping up on it quickly, throwing that on goal, and covered up by Mombourquette, who looked behind him. Thought maybe it had trickled through the legs, but he held on to it. So a whistle here. Face-off coming to the left to him with 6:59 to go in the second period. Wadden giving chase below the goal line. Being pushed over by Lane. Trickles out front, spinning, firing a shot. Mombourquette with a good stop on the shot by Wadden. Into the middle, Lane looking to start the breakout. It's knocked off the puck, carried in, and it is offside as Wadden was in a step too early as the puck was picked up by Isaac McPhee. Puck bounces high up into the near side corner. Wadden chasing after it. Robertson heading back to get it for the Islanders. Near side post, backhand shot. And play blown dead as the net has come off. I was going to say that was an awfully quick whistle. It didn't look like Mombourquette had it all, but the left post had come off its moorings there. So play is blown dead. Wadden was trying to pull it out from the side of the net, and there was a little bit of room in between that near side post and the left foot of Mombourquette, but couldn't quite get it there. And as Mombourquette slid over, it's loose in front of him, poked away. As he slid over, he knocked the post off, but the Wings almost getting one there right off the face-off as that's thrown in front. Puck is loose again, sent to the near side boards. Slap shot taken immediately by the point and almost snuck in. That was Seamus McLean-Stone with a rip. Paul feeding that in the middle, was intended for Lane, intercepted, carried over the line. Wings want an offside call. Now the Islanders want a penalty as that is stopped by Element. Thrown around the boards. Picked up by the Islanders. Cole Harbour certainly controlled the majority of play. But the score is 1-1, and that's all that matters. Looking for a good chance, and the leg gets taken out. And the Islanders coach wanting a call, and I think I might agree with him. That might have been a right decision there. As I'm not sure which Islanders player it was, but made a move and tried to avoid a check, but caught the leg of one of the Cole Harbour players. But no call. We continue on. No harm, no foul. Offside there against Cole Harbour. Got a really good sizable crowd here in Scotia 2. Fans right to the left of our table, right to the right of our table, which is always good to see. And we got a good chunky of you at home. It's not, normally with the teams that are from not far away, considering, the host, Cole Harbour, most of the fans would be here. There's a lot of people that don't live in Cole Harbour and like to watch at home, so that's who we're doing it for. We're doing it for you that are watching. And again, appreciating all the help that we're getting. There's a lot of new teams at this tournament, a lot of new faces for us that are commentating the game, so yeah, we could always use a little bit extra help, and we appreciate that. Arsenault gets taken down as he was heading towards the net. No call, as the refs are really letting them play here. And that gets sent in behind Soulard. Didn't have enough legs to get to the length, far end of the ice, so no icing. Sent around the boards, thrown on net. Reaching out to get a piece of it was Lane, but just missed it. Battle far side now. Soulard coming in to help out, and the wings are away. Pass to the near side now. It's Payne and across the line. Payne still with it. And a good battle here. Payne will ultimately lose it, and here's Sauk carrying it behind the net, getting around one Cole Harbour player. Back to the line, held in by the wings, thrown on net a little bit wide. Still get a change in. No one on the near side blue line, so that goes off the boards and all the way into the Cole Harbour zone. Pass it in the middle for McPhee. McPhee with a little bit of speed. Still with it down the right side. Backhand shot hits the side of the net. Will get his own rebound. Trying to feed that out in front. Cleared away by the Islanders. At the blue line. Winding up for a shot was Hurtis. Now here's McNeil. McNeil in the corner. We'll feed that out for Cruchet, who takes a second. Shovels it back into the corner. Gould for the Islanders. We'll send it around. Chasing now. Had to stop up. That pass is intercepted by Cruchet. Just bobbled the puck. Here's McPhee now. Stays sturdy on his feet. Takes a sharp angle shot. Hits the body beside the goal, and they score. Robert Cruchet. And the Wings are back on top. It's 2-1. So staying with the play, thrown right back in front. And the Wings back on top in the late stages of period number 2. The Islanders trying to get a late change in, not going to be allowed. But Robert Cruchet at the far post, able to bang it home past Ryan Monbourquette. The Wings looking to pick up a victory here in their first game of the Joe. So a little bit of confusion here as the Islanders were trying to make a late change. I totally confused as to who's taking this face-off. So Hill will come in, got that settled out. Puck is dropped, and Islanders are going to want to get a change in, but McPhee controls it off the face-off, and now maybe a break here for Lane. Wadden trying to use the stick. That's thrown on goal and stopped by Nate Element. Hasn't been really challenged a whole lot in this second period, but has made all the saves he's needed to. His team up 2-1. Two groups of 4 teams here in the U13B division, and in tournaments like this, it happens really quickly. You got to go into a tournament like this expecting, well, saying, hey, we got to win at least 2 of our games to make it to the semifinals, and it can get confusing with some ties and stuff like that, but more or less you got to win 2 games to move on, and if you're able to get one in the first game of the tournament, maybe relieves a little bit of pressure, able to relax a little bit, saying, hey, we need just 1 more in these next 2 games, but like I said, it happens quickly. These teams playing 3 games in 2 days, and if they make these semifinals, make that 4 as another slap shot from the point. Goes off the skates of Lane and wide. But a very close game going. All it takes is one shot for the Islanders to even things up. But it has been Cole Harbour really controlling the most of the play. Again, Troy Langstaff with you here on the High Button Sports live stream. Appreciate you tuning in. Had a really good tournament so far as we're underway in the U13B division today. We wrapped up a handful of age groups yesterday. We covered all the finals and a big collision outside the Cole Harbour line. And that's going to be a penalty as both players go down hard. That was a very hard collision. Might have been, not exactly sure which Cole Harbour player stepped up there, but as McLean Stone heading to the box. And never want to see that. Hopefully this Islanders player is okay, but that was a very hard bump outside the Cole Harbour blue line. You see McLean Stone in the box. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than a 2, as the referees are over, or the linesmen rather, having a conversation with the Cape Breton County Islanders coaching staff. And the officials will gather to determine how long this penalty will be. And again, just hoping that Islanders player is okay. You never want to see that happen. All players knelt in front of their own benches. And again, the officials gathering to determine how long the penalty will be. 1:08 left to go in the second period. Wings leading 2-1, but pretty quiet arena. You may be able to pick up some of the ambient sound to our left and right, but for the rest of the crowd, pretty quiet as you hear the claps as the Islanders player slowly to his knees. Number 25, Spencer Paul, that is, with help of the coach, will head back to the bench, and a very good sight. Lane over helping Paul get to the bench. Okay, so we have a 2-minute penalty up on the board. Again, since the officials made the original call, I don't think they've been over to the penalty box, but we'll see if they do change it. But as of right now, just 2 minutes up on the scoreboard. So a power play upcoming for the Islanders, who at the moment only have 5 skaters out there. Or sorry, 4 skaters out there. So now they'll get that extra skater out there. So 5-on-4 for the Islanders. And yeah, still just a 2-minute penalty up there on the board. Like I said, especially when a player gets hurt, normally the officials tend to increase the penalty, but we'll leave it at 2 minutes as Paul is up walking around on the Islanders bench. It's a good sight. And we roll on. So less than a minute to go in the second period. Thrown dumped right back in by Dylan Thomas. Stretch pass into the neutral zone for the Islanders. Lane Yard. And I believe that's Morrison on the far side who loses the puck. Kept in at the blue line. A good stick by Caleb Denny. He sends it on goal. Catches a body in front. Comes loose. Lane able to get on it. Fires that. Catches a stick, far boards. Cycle started. Thomas will get there first for the Wings. Just 15 seconds left to go in the second period. A high shot goes into the glass in behind Element. Rings around the boards. 8 seconds left to go. Another long shot. Another save by Element. Sent all the way back around. Here's Chasen at the line. 2 seconds left to go. Got to get that on net as it comes back out in front. Maybe a chance. A second shot. And the buzzer had certainly gone, and the puck missed wide. But a good look there for the Islanders at the end of that second period. 2-1 in favor of Cole Harbour. 52 seconds left of power play time for the Islanders to work with to start period number 3. We'll be back after this short break. All right, we're underway in the third period, and again, thank you to those at home that corrected me on the goalie. It is number 29 in net, but I must have made a mistake when I was doing my notes, so that's on me. Nate Elliman in net, made a couple nice saves in that second period, but got to make a couple more here, but that one gets by him. As Chasen with a slapper from the point. It's a power play goal, and we're tied at 2. The announcer's jinx. It's happened a couple times in my career and may have happened once more there. My apologies. So 2-2 is the score, just 18 seconds into the third period. Jansen Chasen from the point, a slap shot. Gets past Element. Here's McPhee now forcing a turnover inside his own zone. McPhee all the way around. Got some space now. Sharp angle shot. Rebound comes out. Teammate couldn't connect in that slot area as the Islanders look to go out in transition. Yard coming back. Gets a stick on Wadden. Back for Hurtis. There's Hurtis. Nice tape-to-tape feed into the middle for Isaac McPhee. McPhee getting across the line. Still with it now. And is eventually knocked away. Here's Chasen for the Islanders. Chasen trying to go right through the middle and was just narrowly intercepted by McPhee, and the Wings are able to keep it in the offensive zone. Here's McPhee. We'll back up a little bit, fire a low shot. Nice pad save by Monbourquette. Islanders breaking out right up the middle. Across the line, in comes Jacob Ross, loses it. There's Mackley there. Mackley with it, fires a shot. A little dribbler in. Just missed left of the goal to the right of Element. Below the goal line now. Yard spinning around. Intercepted by McKnight. There's Owen McKnight trying to get around. One player does get around Kameret Laine. And that shot scores, an excellent feed across. And firing that one to the back of the net. Wings back on top. It's going to be Wadden. Brody Wadden with an excellent shot from the far side has retaken the 1-goal lead for his team. Down the near side. Trying to spin and fire that around was Caden Frazier. Turnover forced here by the Islanders. High shot and a good block by Thomas. Arsenault will feed that up for Kingston. Arsenault will get it right back. It was slapped back in by Kameret Laine. Far side now, here's Payne. Payne will stop up. Take a look now, trying to, well, still with it now. Payne, centering feed, goes in between a couple skates. Dangerous spot here, and that trickles in. I don't know who got it last. Near side celebration by the captain, and just a slow roller got enough of it, and it is 4-2 in favor of Cole Harbour. Arsenault, it looks like, there's the one with the big celebration on the near side. And it did look like he poked it. That's really all it was, is basically just a poke from the slot area, and it just trickled in past the leg of Monbourquette, who was down on the butterfly. I don't think necessarily saw where the puck was or knew where it was. Nevertheless, it found the back of the net, snuck inside that far post, and it is Joshua Arsenault with the latest tally for the Wings, and they lead 4-2. Now here's Kingston, able to hold the line, reaching out for that one, played into the middle, intercepted by Cape Breton. And across the line is Josh Greer. Greer centering pass, no one home for his team. Knocked away. Islanders looking to break out. Just spinning and sending that one back down. Shoveled the other way by McLean Stone. Now here's Sauk with it. Sauk with a lift in the head, making a pass. Caught a deflection, but almost got to the intended target. Their own blue line. Wings again away with it, far side chance. Shot taken, and Marquette with an excellent save. We stay 4-2, 11:23 to go in the third period. Face off to the left of Marquette. Wings control, back to the point. Excellent play to just keep it instead of trying to go across the line. That was Soulard, I believe. It was. Soulard will keep it in. Will fire a high shot. Just sails over the net. Into the boards behind Marquette. Here's Chasen. Gets around one player. Chasen's still with it with a tape-to-tape pass into the neutral zone. Lane has it knocked away by Soulard, and here come the Wings the other way. That trickles along the line, but stays in. Now a chance here in the slot, and that just misses wide off the shot by Robbie McNeil. Mercer backpedaling, trying to keep an eye on Lane here, who's directed on the boards by Wadden. Mercer, a nice pass cross ice. That goes into the middle, a bouncing puck just about picked up by the Wings, but here come the Islanders the other way. Denny down the near side, fires a high shot, rebound comes loose, Element with the initial stop. Mackley fires a shot, that goes right off the shin pads of Mercer, who goes down. Good job to get in front of that one, and that long shot from the point, Element got enough of it, able to get it to go beside the net as Mercer's struggling out there right now. Will limp off to the bench. Quick shot taken. Good stick by McPhee, though, to get underneath Denny and take a little bit off that shot. Lucas Mercer over on the bench, kind of walking it off there. Slap shot from the top of the circle, and an excellent save by Element on the shot by Denny, who's a little bit frustrated. Understandably so. Had a couple good looks from in between the blue line and the top of the circles, but unable to beat Element on that last shift. So 4-2 is the score in favor of Cole Harbour here in the third period at Scotia 2 at the Cole Harbour Place. Are underway here in the U13B division of the Joe. The pass by Khmer Lion A is intercepted, 2-on-1. Here's McPhee. Will take a long shot, just misses wide off the end boards, almost comes right back out in front. And Marquette will slide back and cover that one up for a whistle. McPhee had a teammate with him. It looked like it was Owen McKnight on the left side, but decided to hold on to it. .9:17 to go. Around the boards it goes to the far side corner. Played up the boards. Into the neutral zone as the Islanders looking to get something going. Near side, here's Ross trying to cut to the middle. Thomas with a good positioning play. Arsenault will leave that for Kingston, who's back out there after blocking that shot. Loses the handle. Skated around by Ross. Ross still with it across the line. Ross stays with it. Feeds it back to the point. We'll get it right back. Good play by Luke Robertson on the far line. Not to force anything towards the net, just make a good pass. But out with it comes Thomas now. Dylan Thomas with a little bit of room down the far side. As a skater out in front, gets it to them, and they score off the post and in. Thomas with an excellent feed, and the recipient, again, tough to see those numbers. And it's Arsenault, the captain again. So Thomas with a good pass, and Josh Arsenault going off the far post and in, and that's how they've beaten Montmarquette a couple, maybe 2 or 3 times now. And Montmarquette a little bit smaller than the rest of the players, so tough when you get down on the butterfly and the legs just don't reach to the posts. And some excellently placed shots by this Wings team, able to beat Montmarquette. Montmarquette has made some excellent saves, that the Islanders looking to get one back here. Far side, take a quick shot as that trickles in and hits the side of the goal. But no, full credit to Montmarquette, who's made some excellent saves. It's just been beaten in areas that can't quite reach. An icing charged here against Cole Harbour with 7:22 to go. So certainly enough time for the Islanders. Maybe get one, maybe get another, get some momentum back on their side. But they're a capable team. They've put 2 past Element. What's stopping them from getting a couple more? What's that defense of the Wings? Technically it's really been the offense that's shown bright here for Cole Harbour tonight. They've spent a lot of time in the offensive zone and certainly controlled play in that second period, that's for sure. Puck thrown around the boards to the near side for McKnight, who's able to deflect it out of the zone. Icing waved off, doesn't have the legs as Sauk collects it for the Islanders. Sauk looks to go back up the wall. That goes off a shin pad and almost comes into a dangerous spot here for Cape Breton. We're able to clear the zone. Shoveled right back in by McKnight. Played back up the boards here, and another turnover forced by Cole Harbour. Back out it comes through the neutral zone. Morrison trying to carry it in. McKnight putting the body on him. Out of the reach of McKnight. Dumped in by Cape Breton. Element out of the net to stop it up for Mercer. Again, Mercer blocking a shot earlier in the period. Felt the effects of that one and had to go off as that trying to feed that around the boards goes into the official. Played up for Kingston. That gets out of the zone. McPhee will collect it. Trying to skate around Ross, who's in a good position. McPhee will dump that in and head off on a change. Kingston keeps it going. 5:40 to go in the third period. Played into the middle for Ross. Ross with a little bit of room will go to the outside. Good stick by Thomas to knock it away for a moment. Cycle started. Yard can't get there in time as Thomas rings it around. Goes in between the skates of Ross, who just throws it on net this time. Misses wide into the near side corner now. Here's Mackley with it. We'll go back the other way. Thomas chipping it around. Now here's Payne. Payne will feed that up the boards. Chasen, place it back in the zone. Time ticking away for the Islanders here, who need a trio of goals here in the final 5 to at least get a point out of this game. Surprisingly, out of the handful of games that I've either been on commentary or camera for, I haven't seen one go or end in a tie. High shot from the point, goes off the boards. Thrown around up the wall for Arsenault. Thrown on net, stopped up by Thomas, poking away was Yard, but trickles in on Element, who covers up for the whistle with 4:35 to go in the third period. The Cape Breton County Islanders play later today at 6:45 versus the Western Valley Spartans. Then they'll wrap up round robin play tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. versus the Paradise Warriors. As for Cole Harbour, they play the Paradise Warriors tonight at 5:30, and then tomorrow at 10:30 a.m., the Western Valley Spartans. It's a lot of similar names. Obviously, you only have 4 teams in a group, so they're all going to face each other once. So they hear the same names, but only 2 are advancing. Likely going to be the team that wins. Well, if it was as easy as this, as simple as this, which it's not normally, you would see a team with 3 wins, a team with 2, one with 1, and a team finishing in 4th with 0 points. But not always the case. Not always that simple. A couple of games left for Cape Breton to collect some points. Still have 4 minutes to work with. You never know. We've seen some crazy comebacks. A stretch pass up to a Cole Harbour line. Sent around the boards. Crochet trying to shovel it up, but was intercepted by Fraser. Poked at by Josh Greer. Josh Greer feeding that across. No one was there as Hudson Hill intercepts it and sends that down. A good back check here by Julian Soulard. Off the boards, here's McLean Stone. McLean Stone will fire a hard shot to the near side boards for McPhee here. Not necessarily was a pass for McPhee, just kind of a clearing attempt. No icing on the play. Might have caught a piece of McPhee rather, and that's going to be an offside call against Cole Harbour with 3:01 to go at 1:01 Atlantic Standard Time. Or is it Atlantic Daylight Time? Atlantic Time. Let's just say that. McPhee wins the face-off battle over Ross, over to the far side. Wadden making a couple of moves in, gets back out of the neutral zone and just flicked back in. A good saucer pass up for Wyatt Wilson. Wilson with some room, just fires a shot, goes off the Zamboni doors and hits the side of the net, or lands on the side of the net rather. The Wings want to continue play, so they knock it off. Curtis watching Ross. That gets played out in front by Ross. Comes loose for a moment as Sauk is jumping up on the play. McPhee can't get it out, so we'll stay in the zone for a couple more seconds. Here's McKnight. Can't get around the defender. Swinging at it again is Gould. Morrison will carry it in. Being watched by 3 Wings players. Backhand pass can't quite make it into the middle. That goes all the way across for Wadden. Wadden's goal standing up as a game winner right now is Brody Wadden takes a hard bump in the Islanders zone. That's the second hard hit we've seen in this game, and Wadden is down. Hopefully he's okay. Earlier it was an Islanders player taking a hard hit, and Sauk will head to the box. So hoping that Brody Wadden is okay. He's being tended to. Into the box goes Sauk for the Islanders. In a game that, well, is pretty well over with 1:51 to go as we see Wadden get back to his feet. An excellent sign. Looks like he'll skate off under his own power, just shaking that left wrist. So just needed a minute to collect himself. As I was talking with my cameraman at the second intermission, we've all been on the receiving end of hard hits like those, and sometimes it's not necessarily hurt. You just get the wind knocked out of you, and you need a second to collect yourself. But looks like Wadden actually might have injured his left wrist or hand on that play. Hopefully it's not serious. But just 1:51 left to go in the game. It's going to be a 4-minute penalty against Sauk. So regardless if it was 2 or 4, his night was over, unless, I mean, Cole Harbour could capitalize on the power play, but not like they're really trying to score any more goals. Could come down. The tiebreaker, I know one of the tiebreakers is goal differential against the teams that you're tied with, if it's a 3-way tie, but not very often you see that, and we see another Cole Harbour player down just in front of the Islanders bench with just 1:34 to go, so only 17 seconds after we had a different injury. We see another Cole Harbour player down. So we take a look at Nate Element, who's been sharp tonight. I was calling Nate the wrong name for the entire first period, so sorry, Nate, but we got that figured out. Having a very good game. Only allowed the two by him, and one of them might have been my fault as well when I had the announcers jinx, said he was playing really good, and then Chasen blew a slap shot by him. But Caden Kingston was the Cole Harbour player down, back to his feet, and also again skating to the bench under his own power, so that's a good sign. I didn't exactly see what happened over in front of that Islanders bench. I was looking elsewhere, but Kingston is on his own bench. We'll just take a seat, but other than that, looks to be okay. Hope he's all right. Face-off will come to the right of Element. With 1:34 to go. And power play for Cole Harbour. Face-off won by the Islanders. A high shot just sails over the head of Element. I don't know the exact angle on that shot, but looks pretty close from up here. Thomas. Played up to the far boards. Into the middle for Josh Greer. Greer across the line and a step offside. Looked to be Cruchet. So again, we'll go over the schedules one more time if you're interested. If you're not, I'm going to say it anyways. Cape Breton County Islanders later today, 6:45 versus Western Valley, and then tomorrow at 10:30 versus the Paradise Warriors. And then for the Cole Harbour Wings, later today against the Paradise Warriors at 5:30, and then tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. versus Western Valley. Sidney Crosby shootout, if you're interested in that, we'll have coverage of that on the YouTube live stream. High Button Joe at 2:30 for the U13B division. Should be a good one. Stretch pass is just out of the reach of McKnight, and will be an icing called against the Wings. The Cole Harbour coaching staff having a few words for the officials. McKnight's going to head to the box to serve it. We'll have 4-on-4. Not exactly sure what they're complaining about. Might have been that the icing call, potentially. Again, I was looking down at the schedules for the two teams and the time of the Sidney Crosby shootout, but I'm going to go ahead and assume it had something to do with that last icing call, but getting a unsportsmanlike penalty from the bench there. 30 seconds to go. Payne near side, looking to shovel it out. Denny able to keep it in, and we'll just feed it into the corner. Hurtis now will get around 1-man yard. Slap shot from the point. That goes high as well. Clock slowly starting to roll down. Payne just looking to clear the zone, but would be called for an icing, because both teams have a penalty right now. It's 4-on-4, but that shot from the point covered up by Element, and likely just one more face-off to go here. Go through the goal scorers for the Cape Breton County Islanders. Ben Mackley got the first, and then Jansen Chasen on the power play. For the Cole Harbour Wings, in order, Isaac McPhee, Robert Cruchet, Brody Wadden, who will have the game-winning goal, and then Joshua Arsenault, goals number 4 and 5. So working on a 2-goal night. So face-off controlled. Here's McLean Stone. We'll just slap that the length of the ice. Arms up for icing. We'll wave it off and let the clock roll out. But the Cole Harbour Wings with a victory in game number 1 of the Joe. 5-2 win over the Cape Breton County Islanders here in the U13B division. We'll take a look at the celebration. And much-deserved victory for the side. And we'll move to 1-0. Cape Breton will move to 0-1. And we'll await on the lines for the Player of the Game awards. All right, so final score 5-2 in favor of Cole Harbour. Thanks for joining us here on the High Button Sports live stream. My name is Troy Langstaff, and it'd be a pleasure if you could join us the rest of the weekend. Again, the Sidney Crosby shootout for the U13B division going at 2:30, and have a great